Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Good morning. Is it morning? No, it's the afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Myself at AGT, James Redmond, my brother.
I feel like you should move over a bit so I can get more in my left shoulders, like out. But now I'm here. We move and then you move the laptop. Right, let me move the laptop a little bit.
There we go. How are we all? Thanks for joining us. I know we're a little bit late. Sorry about that. However, a lot to get through today on episode 26 of Hot Kopics. I hope you're all well. Massive win yesterday. First of all, listen, we got to apologise. I have to apologise personally because you at the game.
You don't have to apologise. Nah, do you know what it is? Yeah, the apology is the fact that we never gave you no content after the game yesterday in terms of the fan cams. The unfortunate thing is, it weren't like anyone's fault. It was just one of those things. It can happen. The audio got messed up, but it's fine. We'll make sure that it doesn't happen again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like one of those things. So yeah, it sounds. He's fuming about it,
I'm just upset, bro, because we filmed like 13 amazing fan cams.
Yeah.
I gave a hoodie to Mario for doing the best fan cam yesterday. That was on camera. Sun was out. We just beat Everton. The views that we would have got, everything. But listen, it's one of them things. It's happened now. Can't do anything about it.
We're going to be making up for it.
We're going to be making up. Trust me, and that's why we're going to lift the mood there. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. I know everyone was waiting on it, but trust me, we're back outside Anfield on Wednesday for the Villarreal game. Jay's going to do an instant match for us as well. Yes. So listen, and we have an interview with Ian Rush and John Barnes tonight, me and Doyle. So, sorry, just excited. That's my dog.
No, that's huge. That's huge. No, that's huge. And you know what? Like, you're doing great things, and you know what? You're going to get blips in the road like yesterday, but we've still got, like I said it to him before, like 5 more finals in the Premier League. We've got the Champions League semi-finals. We've got loads of big games. So, like, it sounds like we're going to be making a lot more good content, but I'm devastated that I won't be able to make the Villarreal game. I'm in work, aren't I? I know. Everyone's going to have a go at me, but however, I will be watching the game, and I will say this: I am excited, but I think Villarreal is going to be tough. And I'm not saying we'll start fully with the preview because I want to talk about the Everton game first. But I'm just saying, like, before we start thinking we're going to get to a Champions League final, Villarreal are tough, man.
Trust me. And we'll get into a proper preview of that within this episode.
And it links to Everton.
It does.
Because what did Everton make us struggle with in the first half? Regardless what you want to say, the fact they were diving, Jordan Pickford was being a knobhead, whatever you want to say, I just think they were doing what was working. It was 0-0 at half-time. We weren't getting many clear-cut chances. They were getting loads of men behind the ball. You could see they were intentionally trying to rattle the crowd. You could see it from Pickford's laugh.
We're getting involved.
I know it pisses you off. I was the one screaming as well. I was like, hey, you're mad, aren't you? But that's what they were intending to do. So in a way, it worked. And you've got to kind of, even though it was proper shithousery, give Frank Lampard his credit in kind of like a Diego Simeone way. But then furthermore, it was brilliant. Because everyone knew, and I know you were the same, when Origi came on, that was the difference.
Can I just give you a stat about Origi? This season, a goal or assist every 63 minutes.
Insane.
108 minutes in the Premier League this man has played.
Origi's world class. Origi's world class. Like
in their moments, he is. That's, you know, he's now our top scoring ever sub.
Hear me out.
Daniel Sturridge.
Fuck off, is he?
Yeah.
Daniel Sturridge was there. Nice.
Ryan Babel as well was there on 6.
Shout out to Ryan Babel. Also not that high score. Yeah. But either way, though, do you know Divock Origi, right? I think what Klopp said yesterday, sorry, I apologise, didn't even notice that. With Divock Origi, I noticed yesterday when Klopp was saying it, like in the interview, he was like, it's ridiculous how he doesn't play. And I just think Origi, do you know what? Maybe he's not world class, but he is a very good striker, and he has good passing, he has good ball control, good hold-up play, great hold-up play, in my opinion. And he's just got a really great eye for goal. And I think if you get him in a team like AC Milan, who's being linked with, who are top of the league, I believe, right now, that'd be amazing because they play good football. They've got good players to accommodate him. Why not? You know what I mean? And why not for him? He's proven that he can do it on the biggest stage. What are AC Milan all about? The biggest stage? They're literally like us, them, Real Madrid, some of the most successful clubs of all time. So I think that's the perfect move for him. But would you want him to stay? if you could choose, what would you say, chat? If you could choose,
I
would
asked
you
this
want him
on
to
the
stay or
Insta.
go? Because I think that's
Um,
proper interesting.
Big up to Dave Goose 91. Divock Origi, welcome to AC Milan. We'll take care of the lad. A red to red and black. The switch won't be difficult. I'm guessing you're an AC Milan fan. I mean, listen, there's two ways to look at this. The first way is my heart, right? And my heart says, Divock Origi, you are a Liverpool legend and I love you. There should be statues of you. He's got his own university course at the Liverpool Uni where he pays for students he gives them, it's like a scholarship.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable how he's connected.
And he keeps himself
like
to
that.
himself. He keeps himself to himself.
He's never in
I've
trouble.
seen his Instagram posts.
Yeah,
He doesn't even put a caption.
He's
thinking,
I
I
don't
don't need
hug
this
him,
shit.
to be honest, bro.
Oh, mate, he
like
has
that
his
kind of
comments
kid,
disabled, which I respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only people
I
who
just
follow
love him. Everything about that guy. Forget on the football pitch. Liverpool don't employ knobheads, right? He is a very good person, which makes me love him even more. Like, this guy is special. He makes the place,
and he gives everything when he goes on the pitch.
Gives everything when he's on the pitch.
Imagine being a footballer, not starting for fucking 2 months,
and then you come
and doing that consistently. And then think about it. He saved us 6 points this season.
Yeah,
Wolves
and
Everton. And think about it.
And
this
the
is
Carabao Cup back heel goal.
This is what I was linking to kind of Villarreal, the defensive aspect. Like Everton, we struggled with that low block until Origi came on.
And
Wolves. And Diaz 100%. And by the way, great decision from Klopp to put Diaz on the bench and to bring him on 100. Because Diaz is just sick, lad. He is just sick, lad.
That touch is a joke.
By the way, do you think he meant to shoot?
I think he meant to put it in a dangerous area.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
In the corridor of uncertainty.
Lad, Spider-Man moment. Swear to God, it's because he wanted to just get it.
He just meant to.
He was like, right, I'm just... No, because he meant to bounce it into the ground. He 100% meant to bounce it into the ground.
So clever.
I think at first he was going to shoot. And exactly thought quick. And then next thing you know...
If I put this in the ground and make it a bit awkward, it's going to throw the keeper out. My body language is saying I'm going for goal, but actually it's a sly getting it into the corridor of uncertainty. Yeah, definitely,
lads. And it's boss the way it was conducted and the way Origi was there. He was ready to poach the moment. I think about the part two play he had in the other goal. The hold-up play was huge. Don't get me wrong. There was a great ball by Salah as well. Beautiful header by Robbo.
Was key in that move.
Yeah, but he was a huge... And again, he changed the game. And he's like a cult hero versus Everton. And let's not forget...
Scored the second most goals for Liverpool in derbies in the Premier League after Stevie G.
Fucking hell. I'm not saying is he a better player than Solskjaer, but is he a better sub than Solskjaer?
Different eras. Very direct in them days as well. You give the ball to Beckham, cross.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Giggs, cross. We're a bit more intricate than that, I think. Obviously, we do have the Robbo and Trent wing backs there, but I would say, because look at the big moments. Yes, obviously, they've both got a Champions League final winning moment, really.
Yeah.
If you look at Divock kills the game off, wins it. Solskjaer's got that one.
Solskjaer is the more extravagant moment, but still, Origi scored in the Champions League final just the way he has.
Yeah. No, listen, you're right. And I'd say Origi. In that. I can think of more Origi big sub moments than that one Solskjaer moment, really.
And that Spurs team, listen, it was in bad form, but it was still Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Harry Kane, Dele Alli when he was a little bit better, Son.
Sissoko was playing well in that campaign. They just knocked out Ajax. So listen, it's good.
Was it 18-19 that we won the Champions League?
Yeah.
Didn't Sissoko have like a great World Cup in 2018?
Yeah.
So that was like a player who started in the World Cup. And I don't know.
Let's talk about the Everton game from start to finish then. So obviously the game kicks off and we know what they're trying to do already. And I said it in the fan cams yesterday, and I have to say it here because there's no fan cams to watch. But whatever team you're playing against, right? If it's Everton, Barcelona, Stoke, Bayern Munich, whatever, when you have 11 men behind the football defending it, it is hard to break down. Yes, you've got better players and better teams that can pick those gaps like we did yesterday, but I don't care. It must be hard when there's purely just five and a six, basically. You've got the keeper, the 4 defenders and 6 defenders.
They can't play with us, though, lads.
And it's just hard to deal with. But then when we scored that first goal, Robbo at the Kop end, header, what a moment for him.
It was insane. No, it was quality because they don't like Robbo the way we don't like Richarlison or something. But no, what did you just mention then? You mentioned something about It was something about Everton, and it's gone out my head. This is not good.
Something about Everton.
Nah, he said something like
when they put 11 behind the ball.
Yeah. So what I was basically going to say is that to play, not that I'm trying to defend them, but in a way that they can't play football with us, lads. Because look what happened when
football, bro.
No, but look when they did try and play football. Do you know what I mean? We beat them 4-1, and like that goal that they got was half lucky. It was kind of bad defending and whatnot, but it's just. They never had nothing for us. I thought Anthony Gordon had a few spells. He dived a lot, though, which kind of... That was really bad. And then he came out in his interview, which I thought was dead funny. The way he was just like, yeah, lad, he caught me the first time, but he defo caught me the second time. Like, do you think it was a pen?
No.
I don't think it was a pen, but I saw one where his foot is on him. But they're both running now.
I think he doesn't do himself the favours, though.
No, it's not even that, though. But that's not right, though. He should get the penalty if it's not doing him the favours. But Joel Matip, like, Andy Gordon ran in front of him.
Yeah, but that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to run in front, get the contact, and go down.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if that was...
I think that's looking for
I think he's half put his foot underneath.
Didn't we have stats?
All I'm saying, I don't think it's a terrible decision that he never gave a pen at all. Like, I don't think it was a pen.
Let us know if you agree in the comments. A couple of stats that we have.
Iwobi is terrible, Nathan. You're so right.
Fair. Absolutely awful. Anthony Gordon is a diving back.
Do you want to know stats that I told Alex before? Again, I'm trying on Everton. They were never going to be able to play well against us, so they had to play like that. But there's been 12 bookings for dives this season. 6 of those have been Everton players.
So what does that tell you? Is that the ref's fault or is it Everton's fault? You let us know.
There's definitely going to be an influence no matter what people are going to say. Like, I know that shouldn't be the way the games are dictated. You should have every decision individualised and you focus on that situation at hand. However, I will say, when you build up a reputation, and listen, we had a terrible season last year for VAR going against us. Let's not forget as well, we had terrible decisions in that season that I've just mentioned against Everton in Goodison.
Yeah.
When Thiago and fucking Pickford never got sent off.
And they got away with that.
And they got away with that. No ban after the game. And I'm not saying Pickford should have went to prison. I didn't agree with those fans. I thought that was stupid as fuck. But if you're telling me that's not a 3-game ban minimum, like, consequence, that's crazy. And they weren't asked about that. They were just like, Van Dijk's injured. You're all crying. You're all crying. And we were devastated because a stupid fucking goalkeeper in that moment just came out and, like,
the time wasting as well. The most abused rule in football that never gets a proper authoritative voice on it is a referee allowing the keeper to hold the ball for more than 6 seconds.
Alisson's a scouser, lad.
Yeah,
Alisson's a scouser, lad. And do you know what? Isn't he on like a 5-year contract or something? Lad, Alisson's a scouser, lad. Do you know Alisson? He's the reason why we play beautiful football, lad. He's the reason why we play so good. Do you want me to tell you how? And I said it in an EA promotion the other day. Do you know the way we can play the high line, which allows us to, like, really go ahead and put teams under pressure? And that's why we score so many goals, because look how many people we had in the box for that goal yesterday, Robbo's goal.
Was queuing up,
and it's like that every game, because a lot of teams sit back against us. But then, because we score early sometimes, they have to open up, so it looks like they don't. And that's why we end up scoring 4. But the reason why we can play like that is because look how many times we get beaten in the high line, even if it's offside, even if it's not. It's because we have that goalkeeper. Because the job is not over. That striker has got to go ahead and beat the best one-on-one shot stopper in world football. Which a lot of the time, surprisingly, a lot of the time, he fucking smashes it. In a one-on-one, it's brilliant. It's only when someone hits a near enough perfect shot where they can get it in. Obviously, he can make the odd blunder, but it's very rare. Sometimes he scares us with his feet, but listen, he does some boss stuff with his feet as well. So, like, he might not be...
What about when he took the piss at the end?
That's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable.
I'm going into an Alisson rant because of that moment.
Yeah.
That moment was brilliant because he knew how much that pissed us off. Yeah. And do you know what's funny as well?
What a legend, man.
He had like a little smirk when he was on the floor, and then he just got rid of it, got up and just carried on. Because he knew, like, he knows Klopp would be like, don't you dare be like disrespectful, don't stoop to their level. But Klopp would
perfect time
to that level, that level, Klopp was like, he's a great guy.
Unbelievable. That to me is actually worthy of winning a man of the match.
What do you reckon Klopp said at half time?
Must have said something because we
No,
come out.
don't say that. What do you think he said? Say what, like, if you're Jurgen Klopp, what do you
I
reckon
would
he
have just
said?
said, listen, I don't need to tell you that these lot are taking the piss. You can hear our fans are annoyed. Go and shut them up and show them why they should be in the Championship.
Do you know what I
And
think?
and I say they've smashed up the toilets, they've smashed up the TVs, they've called us murderers on the way down to the ground. They're doing also. I saw some mad shit yesterday from Everton fans, and do you know what? Send them down, mate. After yesterday, I've got no sympathy for that club anymore. No sympathy. So
it's heavy.
send them down.
It's heavy. Some of my strongest abuse comes from Everton fans, but there is a lot of sound Everton fans. I said it to you. I think collectively when they get together, it's just not the best reaction, and they're going through a tough time. But even like when they were going through a tough time, like they're just not that much of like they're happy with each other, you know what I mean? But there is a lot of nice fans as well.
Of course there is. But
so I don't want the
minority.
minority. Nah, the ones yesterday obviously ruin it for the club.
Like horrible. And Everton had 13% possession yesterday.
Yeah.
Alan touched the ball twice, and it was for restarts. That was his only passes of the game.
Yeah.
The second half, the ball was out of play for 28 minutes. So the ball was only in play for like...
Didn't they have 15% possession?
Yeah, or 15, maybe. I said 13. Maybe it was 15. But that is just anti-football. And Lampard having the cheek to come out and say Everton win more or Everton should have got a penalty, and if that was Salah, it would have been a penalty.
He's in desperate mode.
Here's another stat for you. Yeah, Tory Frank, right? And that was another great song that was going around yesterday. Frank
was amazing.
Tory. How about this one for a stat? Everton have been awarded more penalties at Anfield in the last 10 derbies than Liverpool. They've had 2, we've had 1. So that narrative, and it's such an easy one to get on board with. I've just been speaking to my mate Sam on that 360 TV saying it's facts are Lampard, what he's saying is correct. They haven't had a penalty conceded in 14 months. The last one was against Everton, and that was not even a penalty if you look back at it. So this narrative and this bandwagon that everyone's jumping on about not getting penalties at Anfield, it's rubbish. The facts don't prove it right at all. And you just have to look at stuff like that to see it.
Bang on, lads.
And they got us, as Tony K said, they got an awful penalty last year. And look what they did to Thiago and Van Dijk last year as well. What happened there? Nothing really. Everton getting relegated is like winning the lottery twice over. Where are the fan cams? So if you go right back to the start of the video, you will see that, in fact, unfortunately, the fan cams, even though we filmed about 13 of them yesterday, couldn't be uploaded due to audio failings. So massively sorry for that. But of course, we'll be back outside Anfield on Wednesday night. Alex and James, who do you think is better, Trent or Robbo? It's tight, but I'd say Robbo for doing both roles immaculately. Is this yesterday or just in general? I wouldn't like to say in general, but yesterday they both did different jobs. And I think
I think he is asking in general.
I mean, I can't say that, man.
You can.
I can't.
You can.
I can't split them.
You can.
I can't.
Robbo's better defensively. Robbo's better defensively.
Just because Trent is really good defensively.
Trent is really good defensively. Do you think he got done a bit by Anthony Gordon yesterday?
Do you know what? Anthony Gordon got round a few players a few times.
I thought he done well.
He was quick. I didn't realise how quick he was, to be honest. But the kind of notion that Anthony Gordon should have got a penalty yesterday is a load of bollocks as well, because I think the diving obviously was one big thing, but you add that to the time wasting, the holding of the head by Richarlison. Did you see what he did to Henderson as well, by the way, Richarlison? No. I'll show you that after. It's disgusting. Was it on Twitter? I seen it.
Do you think? Oh, by the way, do you think Mane should have got a red card? Might just going in people's faces and going.
Do you know what? Probably. If I'm, probably should have.
And I'm so glad he never.
Probably. Trent absolutely cleaned Gordon out, and this was
it's so funny the way
big yellow card.
Do you know what's then funny? Mane fully deserved that red card all day, every day of the week. And the reason why I'm not asked is because, listen, there's no like Liverpool bias when it comes to decisions. I'll tell you that for fucking free. Yeah. Especially this season and last season combined, not a chance. But that was hilarious, mate. And listen, Everton are in a desperate position. The fans retaliated in a bad way, the ones who were there yesterday, or the majority of them. And then, like, the manager, he's young. And like, to be honest with you, I thought he had the right tactics. I didn't think there was any way for them to win yesterday. That's my reasoning why I think they done the right thing. Try and just piss them off. Try and just think
Bitter,
because
man.
because that
Bitter.
because
They can't
that's all
play
you
football.
can do.
That's what
Nah,
all
no.
they can do.
It was a horrible
Imagine
game.
That's what all you can do.
That first half was horrible.
Disgusting.
Like
football,
I was
man.
surprised that it was 0-0 just because of my thoughts going into the game. To be fair, I said it was going to be 2-0. I thought we were going to be having loads of chances though. Still,
Yeah, and we didn't.
didn't. I thought, you know what, Pickford might pull off a masterclass and just shut us up. But instead, he half made himself, or Alisson made him look like a bit.
Smiling to the bench when he's like, you know, falling
It's
down.
0-0, mate. You're not winning. That's
but then
England's
he winks
number
to the
one.
bench as if to say, like, I'm doing my job. Every single time, not only with him, because he did come out and say, I would never make a blunder like Alisson after Alisson made a blunder a couple of years ago. Everything he and Everton say comes back to bite them in the ass. They should just learn to not say anything, just be quiet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just be quiet.
Oh my God, do you remember when he said that, like Alisson?
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
And all this winking to the bench. You lost 2-0, mate. Again,
I don't like Jordan Pickford,
bro.
you know.
You're going to be playing Barnsley next season.
I don't like Jordan
How
Pickford.
about that?
Do you know what?
It's horrible.
I just wouldn't like him to be my goalkeeper.
He's horrible.
I just wouldn't want him to be my goalkeeper.
The fact that Everton fans get behind him.
To be fair, I went to Marine the other day. They could do with Jordan Pickford.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? He could.
Do you know how much money Everton have spent as well? They've made 19, 25 million plus signings in the last 5 years. 19.
Oh yeah, the net spend. They've got 200 million more spent.
Yeah. It's a joke. Sunday League. They are.
They spent
that little pigeon Richarlison, mate, as well.
They spent like 800 million since 2016.
Yeah. And where's that gone?
I don't even know
how. They be happy?
How did they spend that?
Honestly,
how did they spend that? Was that right? I've got to look at that because it's on the page.
I used to actually support them in terms of being a good thing for the city, and I was quite happy for that. Obviously living in Liverpool, but I think now I'd be happy to see them gone. The way they treated the stadium yesterday, the songs, the hypocrites.
Yeah, man.
Madness.
So there's the stat there. Oh no, that's in dollars.
There we go.
That's in dollars though. So total spent, we've spent 782 million. They've spent 827
which
in
is
dollars.
Around 450 mil, I reckon, for us, and for them about 550.
Yeah, and then the net spend is $218 million for us, and then $452.5 million for them.
And 19, what is it? 19,
and then 5 major trophy difference. 5 major trophies.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, 12 major signings for us, 19 for them. 5 major trophies is the difference.
This is the thing. So as I was saying, Everton, goodbye.
Even in their best period with Moyes, and arguably, well, to be fair, we had Rafa, but there was other stages. Lads, they still never won nothing. No. So
useless.
It's just very, to be honest with you, I nothing them. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for some of my mates because proper tired. To be fair, lads, a lot of my mates have jumped off boards.
Exactly.
They've jumped off boards. You can't be arsed with it.
Last trip to Anfield says, and they showed all the qualities of playing in the EFL Championship, the way they played. I definitely
Let me ask you a question.
Alan,
Let me ask you as well. And chat, I want to know what you think. Do Everton get promoted right back up if they get relegated?
No.
If they go down, does Origi relegate them?
Yes.
What do you reckon, chat?
Did Kopics send the blue shite down?
Because Burnley are winning football matches, man.
Hella games.
And this is a big thing. Everton fans are going to say, why are you talking about Everton so much? Because, like, literally, I live with you cunts, you know what I mean?
This
like, fuck's sake.
It. You feel sorry for Big Up Aled. You feel sorry for them because they're shit until we play them and remember how annoying they are. Pretty much. Big up to Tammy as well. Should we talk about, the fact that, again, we're 1 point behind Manchester City going into a Champions League semi-final against Villarreal at Anfield on Wednesday. Life can't be bad.
No, it's not bad.
Shout out to Ruby.
Life is very, very nice. Life is very, very nice as a Liverpool fan right now. It's literally, arguably, the greatest season we've had under Klopp ever.
Could be.
Well, listen, speak to a lot of people who've watched Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush and fucking the teams that were winning loads under Paisley and Shankly. Listen, like, it's a great period to be, like, maybe the trophy volume isn't as high as that period, but if you think, if we can somehow build a structure that is similar to that with the coaches that we bring in, that'd be amazing. Now, listen, philosophies are there to be one day defeated, so we are going to have to change. Probably one day to a very similar Rafa Benitez style again, where we're a little bit defensive in some games and we're not actually aiming to have all the possession. But right now, when I look at the future of this squad, Luis Diaz was sorted, lads. All we need to do,
10 years.
All we need to do is keep competing for trophies. Get Jude Bellingham in. We're going to have players. Listen, Divock Origi, I love. But if we see Jude Bellingham in, I'm not going to lie, I probably will forget about it.
Yeah. Pretty quickly.
pretty swiftly as well.
No, I'm joking.
No,
I love that
don't
man.
say that. Don't
Statue
say that.
settings.
No, yeah, defo, lads.
Statue settings, man. But listen, Villarreal, did you see as well as a Liverpool fan who in Villarreal at the minute, which is only a really small city in Spain, by the way. It's like the southeast, and it's like the equivalent of something like, I don't know, let me think, like somewhere like Grimsby or somewhere like that. Yeah, it's a small place. The stadium is small. It's on like a little high street. Yeah, and there's a Liverpool fan out there, and he's put 6 times Liverpool stickers, flags, everything on their team bus, which is currently driving to here, basically from Spain. So we've already vandalised their bus, to be fair, before they've even got here. But listen, they're a good team. If you actually look at some of their individual players, that Gerard Moreno is no mess. You've seen them win the Europa League against Danny Parejo.
Very underrated player, by the way.
They're basically made up of Premier League. I wouldn't say rejects, because you can't be rejects in the Champions League semi-final. But at the same time, it's like they've got Capoue, Coquelin, all these kind of guys in the midfield as well. So it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, without even having to answer for you, we're going to win that game because we've got better players, and we think in any game we get over the line. But they're going to make it tough for us.
Yeah,
you can guarantee that.
This is going to be a very tough game.
Where they all run out and try and get that early offside.
I don't know how it's going to be, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to suit us. I really doubt it, because not many teams seem to suit them. They beat Bayern Munich, and that was because they had just a way to hold off. Obviously, the goalkeeper's doing something right. Everything's just going well for them in Europe. They seem to be a very well-drilled European team, and why is that a surprise? When Unai Emery's the manager, he's beat us in the Europa League final before. He'll be going into this game with full confidence. You can again. The difference is the quality that we have in our squad. We're not going into a back line with Kolo Toure and fucking Scale. Do you know what I mean? Like we're going in. I'm big up there. big up there. And by the way, we lost 3-1 that game. But get on this, Kolo Toure was fucking man of the match. He had a fucking great game. And do you know when Sakho had the fat burners issue, which by the way was bullshit? Kolo Toure stepped in and done a fucking job, man. And I'm not surprised. Brendan Rodgers, vice captain or whatever, because I swear to God,
assistant manager,
vice captain.
Imagine if he was vice captain. You're scoring, big Colo. You're on to it.
Winning an FA Cup for Leicester.
Great character.
Leicester, that's why you've been shitter this season. That's why you've been shitter.
Start Kolo Toure at the back. Bring Wes Morgan and Kolo Toure back for Leicester. Bring Robert Huth there as well. Put him as a back three.
Yeah.
Get Shawcross in.
Shawcross.
But yeah, score prediction for Wednesday. It's going to be tough. 2 legs. Obviously, we've got to go to El Madrigal next week as well.
2-1.
Yellow Submarine.
2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Oof. And I'll tell you now, we'll win.
2-1. That's tight though, bro. That's a big.
I'm not telling you what I want. I'm telling you what I think it's going to be.
Okay, fair play. Big up to Marshall. Love Kops TV.
If Diaz starts, then it could be 3-1.
Okay. Well, listen, I think Diaz is going to unleash hell.
I think he will start. I don't know.
I'm going to go with
2-1.
3-1 was Benfica, and that was a bit tense in the second, eh? I'm going to go with 2-0. Maybe
I'm going to say like 5-0.
No, it would be really nice if we just got that done. But I don't think an Emery team concedes 3 or 4 goals in a game.
I've not seen it.
But then they haven't played Liverpool this season, have they?
That's
and we like to score some goals.
Nah, I know we like to score some goals. Like this is different level for them, and with the variety that we have to bring on, it's just going to be difficult regardless.
This is a fact, by the way.
Origi is our 8th choice striker. I'm not being funny. We are sick.
Start him up front.
No, lads, I am so fine with that.
Salah.
In fact, he's 7th because Minamino's below him. But Origi is fully bottom option, lad. He's
Started.
sick. He's
Started.
sick.
Tony K. Alberto Moreno made us lose to Sevilla in the Europa League final, but stopped United from winning the Europa League. Everything is forgiven. Not for me, it's not, unfortunately. Again, Alberto Moreno, as you know, is just a player I've never been fond of. I hear he's injured, so
Alberto Moreno.
you know the only good thing he's obviously ever done is the United thing. But I agree, he lost us that final, man. He was shocking, and he lost us the League Cup final against City. Him and Mignolet combined, I'm not having it. If we'd have won those 2 trophies, Klopp would have won everything in the game, apart from the FA Cup, obviously, but in the final.
He also stopped Man United from
Haaland to City, yeah. Haaland to City is done. A few minutes ago, the biggest journalist who always denied Haaland City said it. Great, that's fun. Let's get Darwin Núñez in tomorrow.
Do you reckon that makes them better?
Yeah, obviously it does, yeah.
Definitely.
Only 18 goals this season, though.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying about his goals this season. But with the way City play, do they need him? Do they need him?
Well, you look at Jesus.
Are you sure it's not? Because City is still a great team, by the way. The only reason why they're not going for the treble is because they played us. Do you think we can't beat them if we have Alan there? Because we could.
Yeah.
And listen, he's a very direct striker. I think he'll do well myself, to be fair, because I think he does well in terms of link-up play and good players around him, and that's what he's going to have. But I don't know if it makes them better. I think they'll still score a similar amount of goals. I think just more goals will go to Haaland, and then less goals to other players.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments. Is that the season over next year? Skyjacker sent in this early on in the show. Everton have spent 561 million in transfer fees since Moshiri's takeover, more than LFC, both in total and net outlay. A colossal failure of a club, summed up by Richarlison's stupid antics yesterday. He didn't say stupid, but I said stupid. So they were. Neverton deserve to go down the way they play. Big up Alex and James. Morning, lads. Liverpool crap. Not really. He's a City fan. There you go. Big up. Right. That is it for another week of Hot Kopics, guys. Thank you to everyone that's joined in. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
Wait, are we winning the league?
Of course we are. All right then. So, yeah, James Redmond's vlogs are back. They're belting as well. They're on YouTube. Sick one after yesterday. Go and watch that because there's no fan cams to watch from yesterday, as we've already said. If you're still waiting for them, go and rewind this one. But because they're not on, might as well everyone head over to James and watch that video as well. Because
let me know what you think as well. I'd like to know what you think about the video and what your thoughts are on the new style that I'm doing. So yeah, if you like it, great. Let me know. Jay's got to get to work now. I'm heading down to London to interview Ian Rush and John Barnes tonight. Bosch with Doyle. Hope your mental health is all good, boys. Thank you very much, Hazard. That's important, man. Obviously, we hope yours is too, and everyone else. So yeah, man. Big up to everyone. We will be back outside Anfield on Wednesday. We also have massive preview coming up with Matty on Thursday. Obviously, we've got Newcastle away, and we'll keep you updated throughout the week with everything else that's going on via James and myself. But till then, take care.
Whoa. Just before you go, don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.